Goldman Sachs says these are the 12 best growth stocks amongst financials as the turmoil surrounding Silicon Valley Bank rocks the sector. So what are they? Let's have a look at the data. Those are the names, and let me give you my analysis. So they've looked at the fundamentals. They've looked at valuation, revenue, growth, all of those kinds of factors. I'm going to go through each one of these and see if any of them meet my approve list, which is a lot more stringent than Goldman Sachs because I use their criteria as well as my own. So here we go. They start off with progressive. They see earnings growth of 31% in the year ahead. Percentage of buy ratings, 33% on that one. Let's just have a look at this. Look, it's got a solid upward trend. The worry that I have with this company and why I am going to disagree with Goldman's on this is whilst that fantastic trend is there and it provides some great support, that is looking overbought. That is looking like something which could fall off. And remember, I'm looking at a 12-month cycle here. So I'm not just picking this for the week ahead. I'm looking up to 12 months ahead. So I'm going to say no. I think Goldman's are wrong on that one. Let's look at Everest Re, the reinsurance company. Percentage of buy ratings, 50%. Earnings growth, 24%. Of course, some of that will be factored into the price. It's taken a hit since Silicon Valley Bank and all the rest of it. And again, looks overbought, I'm afraid. That's the monthly MACD. Each one of these bars is a week in the price moves, of course. And I fear it could do something like this. So I'm not sufficiently confident on that one. Arch Capital. 79% buy ratings, property and casualty insurance companies, so very much in the financial services space. And again, it had been doing incredibly well to the extent it had started skyrocketing upwards, but again, now overbought. So I think they're a bit late to the party, are Goldman's on this one, I'm afraid. And if anything, I suspect movement slower. Remember, I'm looking for the whole year ahead. So for those of you who say, well, wait a minute, when was this video? I'm recording this on 22nd of March, so this might have moved a bit lower since then, but that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this kind of time frame, far further ahead. Arthur J. Gallagher, insurance brokers. Again, one I've liked very much in the past. Buy ratings, 68%. Let's look at the analysis on this. You can see why I've liked it in the past. I've done quite a bit of analysis on it myself. You've got that strong support there. Again, looking at a bit weak there, and as long as it stays in with that channel, it should still give us something of a return, but it's probably going to bounce here first and then go here, and that'd be the bear case. That's the base case, and that's the bull case. You work it out. I'm going to stick with this one as continuing, and I'm going to give it a yes. Okay, MasterCard, you know who they are. Okay, you can see the percentage of buy ratings. Obviously, there's been some flight to safety with this one as well, of course. It's a stock I own, so I better declare that straight away. And that's where we are on that one. We got in there with a 30% projection. It's already given us that. We're still holding on. And if anything, looks somewhat oversold. Whilst it might dip for the next few weeks, I would expect a resumption back upwards. So even if it dips below there, I would expect to go there. And I'm not necessarily saying an all-time high by the end of this year, but certainly that should be the direction of travel. So continue liking that one. WR Berkley. Okay, that's 60% buy ratings. Have a look at this. It's fallen off a cliff. Those of you who are into those things, that's a double top, and that should suggest that distance down there will project to the downside, and it should hit those kinds of levels, which would mean, what, 15% drop further, and you can see with this, it's likely to go. So I don't like the short-term outlook in this at all, because I expect further falls, so I'm going to stay out of that one. Charles Schwab has been taking a bit of a pounding recently as well, thanks to rumors and the like, and you can see what's happened there with that. You can see with the monthly, and this is what worried me earlier with some of the overbought ones, with the monthly MACD, the momentum came lower whilst it tried to recover. It didn't quite make it. So I think there might be a time to get in. You might say, oh, but it's dropped so much, should we get in? Well, it's only brought you back to January 2021 levels. So I'm going to stay out of this one and say, not yet. They might be right later in the year. We'll reevaluate it. Huntington Bank shares. Regional bank. Are you kidding me? With some of the regional banks, they obviously think it's safe. You saw that the regional banks have got smashed. This is a classic punt. I'm not into punting. So I won't go into it. But yeah, I can see some people would say, hell, get in at 10, get out at 15. Why not? Even if it drops to, as long as it doesn't go bust, even if it drops to a 6, you're still, if you got in at 10, going as low as 6 and still looking to get out at 15, that'd give you a 50% return. Not one for me. I don't like that kind of wild swings, but you might. Globe Life, life and health insurance company. And by the way, don't forget while I'm doing all of this to like, follow, subscribe, you know, all the usual stuff if you want to see more of this stuff. Okay, Globe Life, what have we got on that one? Again, fell off a bit. They think it's undervalued. I think it's overvalued in the short term enough that I don't want to look at it at the moment. Might be something worth looking at again in August time, but not for the moment. Thank you very much. Chubb, something my cousins call me, property and casualty insurance. Where are we on you, Mr. Chubb? Well, again, fallen off a fair bit. You probably know them because of the locks. Okay, so we've got that there. That could well replicate to the downside, which would mean a fall to about 148 approximately. And that's looking lower for those into those things. That is a bearish divergence as well. So yeah, thanks, but I'm going to stay clear of this for now. Visa, one that I've owned in the past. And you can see where those are old charts, we got in previously, and indeed it did do that. It did it a lot quicker than we thought. We thought it would be a 26% return in a year, but in actual fact, it just bounced off, and now it's coming back down. It's probably going to, I don't think it'll go all the way down there. I think it'll probably go to about here before going back up again. So yeah, I'm going to like this one. I'm going to like that one. Got a few more. Hartford Financial Services. Okay, again, fallen off a cliff. You can see the support over here. The problem I have, overbought, looking lower. There are better stocks than that. Which one of these are on my approved filtered list? Visa and Everest Reinsurance on the approved filtered list. What we do with the approved filtered list, we go through them and then we go deeper into the charts. And as you can see, that can overrule the fundamentals. And the fundamentals, we look at valuation, growth, income, cash flow, and those. That's the Everest Re again, just so you can see. So it's overbought, and I'd probably say, even though it's on my list, approved filtered list, the graphs at the moment overrule that, and I'm going to stay clear, even though it's significantly undervalued. Look at that. You might say, well, I'm going to overrule you, Alpesh. It's on your approved filtered list. I know the charts in the short term don't look good, but look at the undervaluation on discount cash flow basis. I think we'll get in. And then Visa again, which I showed you earlier, which is on the approved list. It's moving around in that channel, and that's fine. It's a safer bet, even though it's somewhat overvalued at the moment. Guys, have a look at the campaign for $1 million. Lots of free resources on there to help people become better investors and traders. When you look at those links, you'll also get a free copy of that to download. My book published by the Financial Times, The Mind of a Trader, Lessons in Trading Strategy from the World's Leading Traders. So go to that. And thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and follow to get more of this. Thank you.